And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. It is Thursday, October the 28th, as we head toward fall. Don't forget, not this weekend, but the following weekend on the 7th, we'll be rolling back clocks as we still are trapped into daylight savings time, to where it flip-flops and all. We'll roll back 1 hour this time. Fall back, remember that. I'll remind you several times in between now and then. A few good mornings to James Sullivan, watching from Meridian. How are you today? Also, LaWanda Grantham is up. Terry Ray from Philadelphia. Linda Culpepper, watching from North Alabama. And also, Joy Robinson is up today. Glad to see y'all. We'll tell you all about where the weather is today, where it's headed. Did you get any rain last night? We certainly got, from time to time, some heavy downpours last night. Again, to the south was where the worst of the weather was, along that Mississippi Gulf Coast, Highway 90 in those areas. And we'll show you where the rain is headed today and, well, who it's going to cause issues for. Florida. It's all in the map of what could go not be as well for them today, the threat of severe weather. Things are looking good for us as we get the forecast going. Trick-or-treating for most people will be on Saturday night, outside of a few fall festivals that will fall on Sunday. Generally, that time is going to be between 5 and 8 p.m. for most areas. There could be some that are a tad early, but most are doing the 5 p.m. As the old rule of thumb of when it turns dark. So that's coming up. It's going to be a lot of that. And we'll go over all the events that we have so far beginning at 8 this morning. I hope you'll join us. Candace will be in to get things rolling with us, and we'll see what she's been up to the last 24 hours. Again, glad to have y'all watching and joining us this morning. Ruth Key is up. Flora Overstreet, Donna Eldridge from Meridian. Let's see here. Joy Seal, Philadelphia. How are y'all up there today? LaWanda says a little foggy this morning, so keep that in mind as you're out and about. That's going to be in the Kemper County region. Sylvia Studer, good morning. And Rachel Grapple, how are you doing there? Ryan Brown, are you wearing flip-flops with that cowboy hat? I actually don't have any flip-flops, but I have been known to wear some house shoes before I get cowboy boots on. That has happened. And y'all want to know why? I didn't know this. You know, I got, all jokes aside, 2 years, coming up November the 13th, 2 years ago is when I had a heart attack. One of those quadruple things. It was pretty bad. Well, what they do, I had no idea when I went into the hospital what was going to happen to me. You know, they cut the inside of your legs and they take veins out. Had no idea. What they don't tell you is you can no longer wear cowboy boots for months and months after that because you become numb where they do the incision. And if you wear cowboy boots, it will rub. It's bad. So I had to wear house shoes there for about 8 to 9 months. And it just wasn't me. And I wore those quite a bit there. And wow, the things you learn of getting sick. I learned that valuable lesson there. But if you happen to have that surgery, don't be putting on cowboy boots because you won't be able to feel them on the calves of your leg where they make that incision, and boots rub you. Warning you. Take my advice if you ever do anything else. All right, let's go to radar this morning and take a look at what we've got going on. Enough about all that. As we look at this is where we are today. The rain has moved out of the great state of Mississippi on into Alabama. As we zoom in on this, we show some showers in between Tuscaloosa and Bessemer and those areas up toward Birmingham, over to Montgomery, some light showers. But the further east we go, as we cross into Columbus, Georgia, Macon, south of there from Atlanta, all down through here, headed toward Florida, Tallahassee, already getting these thunderstorms. And this is the area right through here that's going to have the seriousness of weather today. Showers all throughout that area. Now, if you'll see this, all of this sand color, let's turn off radar where you can see this. All this sand color, again, is wind advisories. And South Mississippi has a few of these counties as we look at this. As we go into Wayne County, east of Hattiesburg, Gulfport, all of these areas, Mobile, look at that. They have got it. That's wind advisories through late this afternoon. Now, while we're on the subject, let's back out here and show you where this threat of severe weather will be today. As we turn this on where you can see, and this is it, here from Florida, Cape Coral, all the way up to Palm Bay, and north through Kissimmee, Daytona, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and then we'll go up this eastern coastline through Savannah, Charleston, and Wilmington, through the Carolinas here for severe weather today. Look at that. Some serious stuff, but nothing to threaten Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas area, all looking good there. Picking up a lot of fog in West Virginia this morning. So that's a brief overlook of where the weather is headed. There's not going to be anything listed after that as we go to day 2 and 3. No threat of severe weather past that. So that's the good news. I like that. How will trick-or-treating be? What will the weather be like? This is the last day of the nighttime lows of 50s. Let's get into the weather so you'll know how to dress and what to do over the weekend.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
All right, as we go into this, let's go into our record highs, record lows. Let me flip that where you can see it there. Today in 2016, had a record high of 89. Not 8 degrees, it was 89. Somehow or another, I left that off. As we go to the record low that was set back in 1957, a cold day for us, 27 degrees. If you were smart, you went and bought a 57 Chevy and parked it in the garage, and it's worth a mint now. One of the greatest things to ever come out of 57. As we roll on to see what today becomes, partly sunny for the most part. We do have a chance of showers after 5 p.m., and we'll take a look at that here in a minute as we do the breakdown as to what the weather is going to be doing. But partly sunny after 5, a chance of showers. Let's go on over to Alabama. And, well, we got 66. This is what is peculiar about today. Today, we're sitting at 63 now. The high is only going to be 66, so only a few degrees difference in between what it is now and what it will be. 69 in Laurel, one of the warmer spots. Vicksburg, 65 as we go north up into the Delta. Greenwood, 62. Greenville, 61. As you go on over toward Louisiana, they hit 64. Now let's go east into Alabama and take a look at this. Demopolis, you'll sit at 69. We're going to be looking at about 68 there. Livingston, Alabama, and those areas northward there as we go through Geiger, probably right around 66 in Geiger, Alabama. Y'all getting together over there. As we go down to Troy, warmer, 74 in those 70s there. Now, this is the possibility of winds today. It's going to be gusty here, but to our west and southwest from the Meridian area, it'll be a little bit stronger. Jackson area, they'll have sustained winds, and sustained means more or less that it'll be steady winds of about 20 to 25 and gusting up to 35 miles an hour. We've got gust only here. We'll tell you about that in a second there. This will make tree limbs come down, and you always lose power when that wind starts whipping like this. So these areas in here, be on alert. You could lose power at some point today. As we move forward here, we've got the wind advisory for most of Alabama, the northern central portion there, right through here, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, all of these areas here under a wind advisory until 7 p.m. tonight. That goes for all those places to the south of us also. As we look at the tropics, there's a 30% chance. As I told you, this is going to be moving away from the coast here. It'll wind down, and it's going to take down thunderstorms, and we'll watch this. Possibly could turn into a little bit more, but it's way away from the coastline of the United States. We'll watch this over the next couple of days to see what she does. As we move forward, temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days there, we've got cool weather. A little bit below average there for Mississippi, and I don't think anybody's complaining. Again, the temperatures will start to change after today, after that rain came through, as we've been having upper 70s, some 80s. Today, highs only in the 60s. All right, let's look at our breakdown of what we've got today. And this is what the National Weather Service tells us. Slight, and it's an ever slight chance of rain there after 5 o'clock this afternoon. A high, 64 to 66. My system is saying 64. The National Weather Service is 66. Not enough to fight over, but cooler weather. And a gust up to 25 miles an hour today. And again, that's gust. As we look at tonight, a 30% chance of rain after 7 o'clock. So that rain chance that moves in after 5 holds and grabs a little bit higher there through the nighttime hours. Gusts of 20 miles an hour tonight. As we end the week, our temperature, as you'll see there, look at that, 54, 55 for a high on Friday. We're not going to cross into the 60-degree mark on Friday at all. And then we hit 49 for a low on Friday night. We do have that 30% chance of showers in the forecast there. Now, Saturday, we'll go into it with a cloudy sky, but no rain. 62 for a high, 48 for that low. As we look at Sunday, and again, this is our trick-or-treat night right there, 62, 48. So you might want to dress the kiddos a little warm there. Have them a coat if you got them a hayride going to stay a little bit warmer, because it will be cool. As we'll have a gust as well, 20 miles an hour on Halloween trick-or-treating night, gusts of 20. As we go into Sunday and head off to church, 69 for the high, warmer, down to that 48-degree mark. And then we'll get 70 on Monday and Tuesday, no rain chances, and nighttime lows of 49. Now let's go ahead into November. And again, right about here next weekend is when we'll do that time change. But all week long, we'll stay in the 60s. And look at this. Come next Friday, a week from tomorrow, you see that 30s. 38 is what is projected for next weekend. Change of the guard, isn't it? So cooler weather in store for sure. And again, as I've mentioned before, if you haven't turned on your heater just yet and burned off that old dust and stuff out of it, do so, because you're going to need to do that. It goes to stinking, and you don't want that smell thinking something's wrong. Do that in advance. So what happens with deer hunting today? Let's check into that and see what we've got today. The best deer feeding times is from right now through 9 a.m. this morning. That's your first major feeding time. The second will be after dark, the better time, and then you've got a minor time this afternoon. Just really got an hour window there. If you got to go, that would be your second chance. But again, the morning, the best winds going to be southwest 5 to 15 today, and again, those gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. So not so good to be in a tree with that much gust going on if you're into deer hunting and tracking what needs to be done. That's the way it is. Let's see here. Let's see. LaWanda said that her husband found that out also. Don't wear tennis shoes until then. Did not. Yeah, I didn't own tennis shoes until all that happened either. It does change you and what you have to do if you have heart surgery and they go to cutting on your legs. Woo-wee. Good morning to Steve and Wanda McKinnon. Brian McCary is up. Got those muck boots on this morning, and why not? Yeah, it's a little muddy outside. And don't forget, after that much rain moved through the area, if you pull off the edge of the road, you get stuck. Those days are ahead of us as we go through this. Again, we're about an hour and, say, 15 to 18 minutes away from our next show, which will kick off at 8 a.m. We'll bring you all what's going on, the events and things that will happen over the next 24 hours as we head into this. Also, our special guest this morning is going to be Becky. She's going to be telling us about the big event that's going to happen at the Lauderdale County Aqua Center this weekend. A little shopping going on, the extravaganza. She'll be here to tell us more about that beginning a little bit after 8. So join us, won't you? I sure hope you will. A big thank you to everybody joining us, and a big thanks to the sponsors that bring this to you each and every day. We'll be back here in just a few. It's Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by
I spent weeks in the
First 10 days following an accident are crucial. Insurance companies don't wait. They have a staff of adjusters, attorneys, and investigators collecting information that can be used against you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
Making my way back home from the grocery store,
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
I'm Kim from Tupelo, Mississippi, and it took one call and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $335,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.